What I'm going to invite you to do is, do you have a pen and paper around you in any way?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going
Many.
to invite you here.
Both.
We're going to take on the act of a declaration here. And what I'm going to invite you here is to give ourselves the space to declare, such that since we know what our the place that we're coming from for the rest of the day. Okay. So let me give a little bit of context around a declaration. There's some things that we can do where we look to the future and we say, okay, we look and we try and we plan towards it. We try and manage towards it to know, okay, how are we going to do this? And as we continue to look at that objective that we have in mind, the steps to get there, the path, the actual task itself seems to grow in its magnitude as well. That's one way of approaching things. The other way to approach it is to come from a place of declaring and then fulfilling it, declaring and meeting what that is, to set forth and say and claiming, this is where I'm heading, this is where I'm about, this is what I'm going for, and then to actually simply step in and fulfill that claim. And so what I want to do is give us a space here to take about a minute each to, a minute in total, to spend some time to think about who we would need to be in order to take that courageous action. I'll give you an example on my end here. So the World Joy Movement right now exists because one day I came out and I declared to the world, my name is Niyama Asham, and I lead the World Joy Movement. It is a movement of champions who are actively finding their way to change the way that humanity looks into the future. And I'll pause even at that. There's more things that have come on from there, but in given that declaration, throughout the entire day, throughout every single conversation, throughout every email, everything came back to, my name is Niyama Asham, and I lead these champions. And every decision was made from that place. So I want to give you just 1 minute for yourself to just tap back into who you are and give us a chance to be able to declare that in this space. Is there any questions about this exercise? Just a minute, and you can just write down whatever it is. It doesn't need to be a powerful statement. It doesn't need to be a cohesive statement. Write down for a minute to get into the person that you will be to take this courageous action. All right. So we spent time here in a minute. If you ever want to take this exercise on again, you can spend more time in the journaling of it all. I'm going to invite you now to looking at everything you wrote there, come up with 3 words that really embody everything that you were feeling. For me in this moment, the 3 words were play, presence, and power. What are the 3 words that really encompass this for you? And you don't have to have alliteration. Just once I got 2 P's, I gotta have a 3rd P. And if 3 is too much or 3 is too little, lean into what actually resonates with you here. There's a guideline here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
And go ahead.
3 is always a challenge.
Yeah. In which direction are you feeling? One, like you're like, do I just have one
Or
or two, or
more.
you're like, you have way more?
More. I always
Yeah,
want more words though, because then I don't have to define it quite so clearly.
perfect. So Louisa, for us here, in every time we come and play in this space, I want you to embody more. I want you to embody more. Like I might give some limitations, and I'm going to invite you to always embody more. Let this be a place that you can like expand and experience that. All right. How does that feel when I say that, by the way?
Yeah, good. Good. And then I kind of wonder sometimes whether it's a good challenge for myself to bring some of that focus.
Bring more focus then.
Something.
Like
And
that,
then,
like
yeah, I don't know. Just interesting. Maybe I will.
this is what I would say here. These aren't at odds. I just said always bring more. So if you want to bring focus, great. Just bring more focus. That's fine.
Yeah.
So let's do this here. We're coming up to the top of the hour, and I want to make sure that that you all get a chance to play in the space of declaration. So what we're going to do is that we're each going to go around and share in this space here, such that the other ones of us in this conversation can really see who you are being, right? So looking at the words that you wrote down originally, looking at the 3 words that you had that came up for you, and just let us know who you are based on that and that alone. Does that make sense when I say that? We're going to just spend some time here and just articulate that into this space here. It may not be how we were feeling beforehand. It may not be what we look like what we look at when we see ourselves in the mirror. But I want to just give ourselves this chance here to actually like state that and give ourselves an anchoring point for the rest of this day. So let's do this here. I want, Louisa, do you feel something that's coming through? Do you have a statement that's coming through for you?
Yeah. I'll have to read it.
Yep.
I am a deeply loving, courageous leader, guiding and supporting people to grow in their vitality, their courage, their light and aliveness. And then when I reduced it down, I ended up, because I'm a bit of a rebel, so I was never going to pick 3. I was only ever going to put more or less than you said. I've actually got courageous and vitality as my 2 key words, which I think vitality then covers a lot of the kind of the aliveness and the light and all that juice all in one word.
Awesome. Let's now hear, there's something I'm going to add in here, but I'm receiving you that, and I'm seeing you as courageous, vitality, and that rebel spirit of yours that just is here. Kirsty, how about you?
Yeah. I want to empower and inspire people to thrive authentically in their life. I am a courageous leader. I want to show them courage and overcome fears. I want to be the creator of my reality. My 3 words were authenticity, lead, and empower.
Lovely. So we'll end this here with this one thing here. As you go forth to take on these courageous actions, I'm going to invite you to take the smallest step that you can, and for you, Louisa, to imbue that step with deep love, whatever that is, to just be in a space of deep love. Let courage go to the side and just imbue it with deep love. For you, Kirsty, as you're going through it, imbue it with just that element of showing them. There is no right thing here. Just allow it to just be shown in this space. There's nothing else that you need to take anyone else with. And also allow courage to come to the side as you let that go through. Find the tiniest element and we'll imbue it a bit with this different way of being. All right. So with that, I'm going to bid you all off into the day. That you'll have a joyful day, and we'll continue on from here. All right.
Yeah, love it.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Take care. Bye.
It's the World Joy Movement. Yeah. What was your greatest insight from this conversation? And if you want to come and be a part of a conversation like this live, it's really simple. Just go to beworldjoy.com and come introduce yourself, and let's take the conversation to the next level, because you're there now. All right, let's play.